Wow, I feel like Jason. I'm a little late, guys. Good to have you here. Thank you very much for joining me. Let's see. First, we want to get rid of that, and then we're going to bring in the camera. Bink. There we go. Good to have you all here. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's see, who do we got here? I mean, you guys have been chatting for a while. Warfrat, good to have you here. Angus, thank you very much for being here. Kimberly Kelly, appreciate you. Thank you for your questions, by the way, Kimberly, in the comments on all the bounty hunter runs. I really appreciate it. It's really kind of help us focus on some of the rules, so I really appreciate that. Q Creator, good to have you here. Bear Blue, good to see you as well. Thank you very much for being here. Griffin, of course, thank you very much for being here. Keith, let's see, and hopefully I haven't missed anybody. If I did, I apologize. Thank you very much for being here, everybody. And for those of you over on Twitch, thank you very much for being here as well. Gary is interloping. That's Gra Williams for all of those in the bad seating. Thank you very, very much. Let me get my, there we go. Get my phone reorganized here. Give me just a second, folks. Gotta turn that on. Stop that. I don't want to play the last song. Gotta fight with it sometimes. There we go. Okay. And it looks like it's live now. Fantastic. So good to have you guys here. Thanks very much. And my attention is split with the Artemis 2 launch. Yeah, I've been seeing about that. And I saw something about the Light No Fire release date. I don't believe it. I think it's false. I don't think they're going to really, truly tell us when it's going to be happening. It's never going to happen. No. It's going to happen. We know it's going to happen, but you know when? I don't know. We'll see. Let me grab my running hat. Hold on. There we go. We're back to normal. Okay, I feel much, much better now. Okay, we're good. All right, so we're going to continue the Fugitive run. I hope you all have been enjoying the Bounty Hunter run over on the YouTube channel. We've got the episode coming out every Monday. I actually just finished recording the last episode of it. It will run through about the 3rd week of May. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And that, to me, is going to be just in time for the next update. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Sean, of course, will do as Sean does, and will likely, do his own thing as far as that's concerned. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I'm starting to think GTA 6 will be out before. Yeah, I know. I've been hearing the same thing. Thank you very much about that, Demager. Good to have you here, by the way, buddy. Sorry, my chats never show up. No, they don't. I'm ignoring all of them, actually. Mike Summerside, good to have you here, too, by the way. See you then there. And Starduster, wave at you as well. Good to see you. And skipping surveillance. So, yes. Got me with that one. No, it's all right. I go back and I look. Mama Neon over on the Twitch side. Good to see you there, dear. Appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Get these off of my face for a moment so I can actually see properly. Hold on. That way I can stop pushing them up. There we go. Let's switch over to the other screen. There we go. We're back to where we need to be. And we should have everything we need to do to get rolling along here. So I'm going to start getting in on this. Let me see here. It should be right here. This is something I was just goofing off with the other day. So, and there's my bounty hunter run. So you've seen that in there as well. So yeah, here we are, the permadeath run. Real quick, I mentioned this on my quick blip on Monday and a post and everything like that. We have finally surpassed the 3,000 mark run, and the first thing that came to mind when I saw the number 3,000 up there for subscribers, the first thing that came to mind was we love you 3,000. That was the first thing that came to mind as far as Marvel is concerned and everything like that. So I love you 3,000 is basically what I'm thankful for everybody for subscribing to the channel, for being here and supporting it all these several years now. And I really appreciate you folks. Thank you very much. That's over on the YouTube side. For those on Twitch, yeah, we're not quite close to that yet, are we? But I'm not as worried about that. I'm not worried about how many followers and how many subscribers we get. It's a lot of fun, and I do this for the fun, and I'm enjoying it. So thank you very much for being here, guys. So let's go ahead and get started and get the game going. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So we are going to continue with this run. Got to refocus because I've been doing the bounty hunter run and I've been having a blast at it. It's been a lot of fun doing it. But I got to refocus. Fugitive, I got to stay out of the buildings, stay out of the space stations. I can't get any ships. The thing... That's funny. The ship's connection to the Sentinel Hive must be severed. Purge the pugnium and from the crashed vessel. Okay, that's the vessel I found on the other planet, right? But we don't have, if I remember correctly, an advanced mining laser. No, we do not. So we do still have to find crashed vessels, but our focus is going to be more along the lines of trying to find glyphs. We've got 2 so far, and I've scheduled myself to get 8. I'm going to see how that goes. We just have to find the right planet. I swear we can get it. I think we can do it. So let's see how this goes. Anyway, where are we here? I'm going to take a look around, because if I don't take a look around, someone in this group is going to yell at me and say, you should be looking around. So I wonder if this planet is a good planet to find graves on. You see how much stuff is on this planet. We've got salvageable scrap everywhere and everything like that. So we'll see what happens here. So thank you, Angus. Appreciate that. Thank you. Since April's Fool's got a lot of people. I'm going to check that out. I haven't gotten an update about that, so I'm going to check it, my friend. Thanks for that, Captain Afterland. I like the name, by the way. That's pretty cool. Appreciate that. I'll have to check that out. I'm sure he had an April Fool's going on. Learned my lesson from that one time. I don't do April Fools anymore. Well, we know everybody well. We know everybody well. We are all the same generation. What can we say? Here. Okay. So this is our planet. Not bad. And it is not in a pirate system, so we don't have to worry about that. But we got these other planets, including 2 moons, and I honestly don't remember. Moon? Moon? Moon. We got 3 moons in this system. Let's just check, because we know what we can find on this planet, and that's great. And there's our ship, right? Nice ship, by the way, but we can't do anything with it right now. So let's go ahead, and it'll keep it marked for us. We can always come back to us. That's what it is like over in the log, so we see it here. We can always come back to it anytime we want. So let's jump in here and go look for other stuff. Shouldn't have landed, but it is what it is. No big deal. Okay, so I'm going to check out the other moons real quick and see where we are. Can Sentinel Pillar be used in a fugitive run? Yes, yes it can. No reason why you can't shut it down, so to speak. So yeah, you can use a Sentinel Pillar in those runs. So not a problem there. All right, let me check to see where our moons are. So there's one over there. And this is a moon, and there's all kinds of stuff over that way. So let's head out this way and get out from around everything. And that way we can see the moons. That should be plenty, I think. All right, so there's one. Mechanical moon. Okay, so we do want to take a look at that one. I remember you guys saying something about that. That would be a good place to check things out. Here's our moon that we were just at. And then there should be one more over this way. I think I see it, actually, right over there. Columned moon, so that's interesting, too. Planet. Since we'll get it, poisonous, and the last planet, just for grins and giggles. Okay. Planets seem to be in good shape to be able to check all these things out. I think this was a cold planet, if I remember correctly. No, it's not. It is a verdant planet, but aggressive sentinels with activated copper, so nasty storms all around. Let's find... where did it go? There it is. We're going to go to this world here and check it out. Yamicho, good to see you there. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you, my friend. Then messing around is messing around with the cops like GTA. Yeah, indeed. Met with the sentinels. Yes, of course. I know, I know. Alright, so we're in on this planet. We don't have any structures. I mean, there is this one structure like this that we can go towards, but there's not going to be really any landing pads. There might be some, what do you think, abandoned buildings on occasion. So this ought to be a pretty decent planet to look for stuff on. So I'm going to go into this mode here, and I don't know if it would be better to be in this mode or to be wandering around the planet, so we'll see what happens here. It's funny how that message pops up on Twitch as well. Because I've seen Beebs do this in his runs, and I can look around in here if I want. You know, that's not a problem, but you're very limited. But the map itself up top is just a great place. Right in the middle here is a great place to look for those crash ships and stuff like that. And then watching the icon at the top and looking for graves. The problem I think I see here is that the graves don't show up until you're like right on top of them with your ship. So I think it'd be better if we get out. And we can call in the ship at any given time. So let me just check something real quick. What's our landing gear like? Hold on. 74? Okay, we should be good. All right. We're going to take a look around. There's usually only one creature per planet anyway on these. All right, I don't see anything just yet. And I'm pretty sure that the gravity here is normal. Yeah, that's what I thought. So normal gravity. How are we doing on supplies? All right. Since it's been a while. Wasn't trying to do that. There we go. Okay, so I don't see anything just yet, but I think what we can do is we don't have to... We can go a little ways and then just beam and then get out of our chair. I think that'll work out best. So let's see how this goes here. Too bad I don't have no way to shut them down. I don't think I have a map for that, do I? Yeah, I do. That's right. I do have one Sentinel boundary map. Interesting. Bet I can't hit a space station. We will see. We will see. There we go. My wife was expecting a phone call. I just wanted to mute for a moment, folks. All right, let me take another look. And we can do this once in a while. I just don't think it's going to work out really well. I mean, I can do a regular ship and we can fly a little quicker. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think we should do here? This is kind of a weird one. And it's nighttime. Let me get back out of this mode and we'll take a look this way. And like I said, I don't expect to find any more places on the planet. Kind of hard to stare at this and look at the chat, so let's see what we got. Hold on. Yep, nothing around here. We got sac venom on this planet, so that's just lovely. Doesn't really help us at all. And we do have that one pirate system that we could go to, so that was where we built this guy. Ah, what have we here? That's an abandoned building with shelters. Okay, well, we can't use the buildings at all, but it gives us at least a waypoint, if you will, and I think we're heading in the right direction. Another building straight in front of us. Hang on a second, let me take a look here. All right, let's go. Let's head that building. It's probably just one of the circular things I'm thinking, but we'll see. Yeah, there you go. See, same thing. All right, good deal. Planned launch in 14 minutes. Good deal. And my understanding is the Artemis is just basically going to go in an orbit around it for a temporary bit and then come back. And that's it. That's all it was doing. All right, so that's the other building it saw. All right, let's see. Let's take another look around. Those are the buildings we already found. That is probably ancient data. Yes. All right. And I'm really thinking that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to do a little bit of a ground crawl on my own two little feets. Another building. Also abandoned, obviously. we're in a good shape here to be able to find a lot of things, I have a feeling. Plus, it's a moon, so we should see a lot more of that, unknown buildings. Why don't we do that? Why don't we head down and we'll do a little bit of a crawl. Fly around the moon and then heading back to Earth. Launch window open shortly. Very good. Launching from Florida, I believe. Isn't that correct? We were talking about it at work today. Okay, let me take a peek. Alright, so I'm going to head west for now, and we'll take another look. Got plenty of caves. Got it muted on another tab. Got it. And then decide whether they put it in the simulation at the anomaly. Oh, okay, got it. All right, I hear you. Very good. Where is that building at? That way. We should probably get that uploaded. Okay, so that's another abandoned building. Okay. Well, I'm thinking of it. Let me just do this real quick. Discoveries, and get our 250 extra nanites. That way that's out of the way. I'm checking out all the buildings because there's that chance that the building will turn out to be something else. So now we found a bunch of buildings in a row. The premise is that we turn north or south at this point. Where am I on the planet? I'm going to go south at this point and see what happens. See if we discover something else. Good evening, Grimy. Good to see you, buddy. Life support power is low. Ah, it's one of the growths there. Let's see. Got plenty of oxygen, and these planets are great for finding like oxygen patches and stuff like that. So we'll keep our eyes peeled. Speak of the devil. There we go. Speaking of oxygen patches, I would like to find at least 2 more glyphs today. We'll see what happens here. Fugitive Run has me on ashy volcanic planets. So difficult. You know, they're easier to see the icons and stuff than on a cold planet, if you ask me. Let me see. How are we doing on the condensed? Okay, we're doing good. Another 50 ought to get me where I need to be on that. But I've already got my Corvette. I just decided to go on foot for a little while and just see if I can discover anything. Yeah. Investigate my butt. I don't care. Good. That should be more than enough. Okay, well, theory was holding true. Ouch. Hey, the pallbearers. Yes, sorry I'm late. No problem, One Thumb. Good to have you here, man. Launch is going up any time now, so we're just going to kind of keep it a little quieter over here. There's a building. So far so good. It seems to hold true most of the time. See? Got the tone. And what we do is we go for 2 more buildings and then see what else we can find. And it should be an abandoned one normally, but we'll see what this is. Could be a... yeah, it could be just something like that. Debris, which you're allowed to go ahead and do. It's just to damage machinery like anything else. Should I get that? Did we have any in our ship? We can't really use it, so there's no use in getting it. I don't think that's really worth our time. Okay. We're going to continue to head south from here. 1 more building. Location. Like that. 10 minutes. Got it. Hey, Beeblebum jumped into the house here. Hello, hello. Well, enjoy. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, checking out the, looking for more glyphs. I'm torturing myself with more than I am supposed to get because so many times I've done a fugitive run with less glyphs than normal. So I wanted to go a little extra on this one. So we'll see how it goes. So I appreciate you being here, man. So a couple of your streams today. I mostly watch from the Twitch side. And I see that things seem to be going pretty well over there for you, so I'm glad for you. Enshrouded, huh? That's pretty cool. But you also had space engineers earlier today, so you've done a lot of them, so that's pretty cool. Clock stopped? Okay. That happens on occasion. I remember growing up in Florida, being just south of the Space Center. It would do that. They'd have planned stops, they're checking weather, and then at usually T-minus 3 minutes, they continue on. So, folks, and by the way, there's Beebs over there on the YouTube side. That's his channel, or two of his channels. He does his live streaming on the B side, and he does his regular videos on the regular Beeblebum channel over there on YouTube. So, check him out. Always a pleasure to have him in the house at any given time. And his challenges, like this one in particular, is his challenge. He's the one that made this one up. As well as the Bounty Hunter challenge, as well as the Cursed challenge, Stranded challenge. And he'll have a bazillion others, I'm sure, within the next couple years. I wouldn't be surprised. So, we shall see. And mark that date, guys, April 25th. Don't forget, April 25th is a Saturday. I'm planning on starting my stream at 8 o'clock in the morning and not ending until 8 p.m. We're going to do a 12-hour stream. And the winner looks like so far you guys are choosing to do a galaxy hopping stream. So we're going to see how many galaxies we can hit in 12 hours. That's what it seems like so far. And I'm quite surprised about that. So, looking forward to that. What I'll probably do is I'll probably do a video on speedrunning the storyline and see how fast we can get it done. No cheating, but as fast as we can get it done. Without any of the side missions that we have to get. Alright, we're not running into anything anymore. This is kind of upsetting. I was hoping to find one more building. Hope they're wearing their brown spacesuits. Next episode of the Bounty Hunter. Yep. I just told everybody earlier that I recorded my last episode of the Bounty Hunter run just earlier, and it should continue on weekly, once a week, and through at least the third Monday in May. So we have one coming out on the May the 4th as well. So I'm starting to do Star Wars themed stuff now at this point. But really hoping for something, man. Does the portal trick to get near the center work in other galaxies? Yeah, it's the same. Just put all suns in and you'll get to about a planet usually within about 5,000 light years of the center. Someone, very intelligent individual, gave us a list of the closest planets to the center. The planet itself, or system I should say, the solar system closest to the center that you could go to for every single system going up through, I think, the first 10 or 20. I don't remember if it was 10 or 20, which is quite an achievement. You know, that took some doing to get that done. So kudos to them. I'm not going to use it. I'll just use the suns, just for simplicity's sake. Thank you, Sentinel, for breaking my fall. Appreciate you. They start the countdown up again? Ask him about the anomaly. What about the anomaly? Can we turn off the anomaly? Can we go to the anomaly in this? No, we cannot, if that's what you're wondering. Definitely in the Fugitive run, you're not allowed to hit the anomaly at all. Ariadne's spies. It's all covered in there in the instructions. His website is also, I think, in the description down below, if I remember correctly, on YouTube, that is, folks. So, anxious to, let's see. Sorry, I'm checking something out. Over on Twitch. Yep, nope, we're not going to allow them to do that, sorry. Yeah, someone's trying to advertise another channel on my channel over on Twitch, so yeah, that's not happening. Sorry, buddy, but it's a big no-no. You don't do that. It's rude. Yep, okay, you're not even showing on there. Good. All right, that's as it should be. All right. There we go. And I got to do that again. I got to do that again. Good grief. Yeah, just so much involved with keeping track of stuff. I usually have a tablet set up to keep track of the Twitch thing, and I forgot to do that this time. So, my bad. Back to the south. Whoa. Okay, I hate when that happens. All systems go now. Resuming countdown. Okay, how much time we got left there, Chili? Seems launch will happen. Good deal. Yeah, they just check the weather, make sure there's nothing going on. If any of you remember any of the Challenger disaster and stuff like that, and other disasters, they always keep a very close eye on the weather and make sure that there's nothing going to be interfering. We have a boundary failure coming up. Okay, so we found our second building. That's good. Now we want to go on a right angle from here. All right. And I do not see anything. The good news about this is that on this planet we'll be able to see a grave from quite a distance away. Life support's that low, huh? Taken care of. Launching the launch. Okay, good deal. Good deal. Alright, so I think we should go west again. We've been doing pretty good with going west, so I'm going to head west from this location. Yeah, you investigate your heart out. Knock yourself out, buddy. Drones will attack if they feel like it. Bring it. Of course, I don't have a gun on me, so that's going to be a little bit awkward. I'll have to use a laser. Keep an eye open for oxygen, too. A Red Bull logo? Yeah, really. You'd think it would be all logoed up. Nike. Let me see, Mercury or something like that. Hermes. Hermes should be on it, right? Yeah. Red Bull would be great. I love it. I love it. All right, what do we got? What do we got? Anything, anything, anything? Still not finding anything. Of course not. Boink. Oh, let's see. What are these? Sac? Still sac venom? Okay, great. Yeah, the sac venom sucks. That killed me on one of my first fugitive runs, I believe. Pretty good jetpack, though. I like the fact that these upgrades I have in my jetpack are really, really good. The only problem is getting that initial boost to be a little bit better is always... you always hope for that. Just a little bit better. It doesn't have to be fantastic. But, alright. Westward ho! Is this planet with no tech or damaged machinery? It has a little bit. I keep an eye open because sometimes you'll find a crashed ship or something like that every now and then. There was one planet I found it like one right after the other, but not usually. This is a single organism planet, so you only have one fauna on the planet, and you have these. You have your glitches, if you will, that you can acquire if you wish. I have no reason to do so. So it has now started again. Good. Let me know when it goes off. I'm going to run outside and look from Kentucky. I'm really sure I can't see it from here. But I feel like I've been at least blessed with the opportunity to have seen a very great many space shuttles go off in my time, to the point where my house shook. So, you know, there's that. So let other people enjoy watching another ship go off. So they're out of launch fuel. They actually, they usually fuel up with, I think, is it the last 2 minutes or 3 minutes before the launch? That's when they start fueling up. Believe it or not, they don't want that fuel in there because of issues in the past with other launches and stuff like that. They've learned their lesson on that. So they wait till the last minute and then fuel up. We may have to pull our ship in at some point because we're just not finding anything anymore. And this is a moon. You'd think I would find something here. Alright. Everything's procedurally generating right in my face, I suppose. And the recharge rate on this backpack is taking a while. Really wish we could get an upgrade in there for that supercharged slot, but it is what it is. I'll have to do that again sometime. Okay. That's pretty cool. Alright. Next time we run low on life support, we'll go ahead and pull in our ship if we haven't found anything else. Crew access arm retracting. Good. Yeah, but you're a fugitive going in style. Ran into a rock that got in my way. Hey, building. Finally. Should get the little chime indicating that it's a building. In the world did I run into? Oh, I ran into a creature. He's just a little bit of lightning in the air. That's crazy. Another glitch. Nothing going on. Yeah, I wish them luck too, I'll be honest. One of the astronauts called shotgun. I got shotgun. You're not in a car, you bozo. Now, you're allowed to use these if you wish. It will find a ancient ruin somewhere, so if you want to use that, you can. You're allowed to do that, just like you're allowed to use the monoliths. So we can do that here real quick. Knowledge of the past gives us a pullback. We could take a look around. I am not seeing much of anything at all that can relate to anything that would be helpful to me. So, 6 minutes to go. Okay. And we're still heading west. Take a quick look, make sure I'm not missing anything, and then we'll continue on. Okay. Ran into another creature. Love it. Yeah, it was. I was watching the Challenger as it was launched. I was literally standing outside my classroom at high school and watching the launch go up, and saw it with my own two eyes, watch it, and then saw the rockets going off in different directions. And I looked at my teacher, I said, that wasn't normal. Those weren't supposed to release that early, and they're going haywire. Said I think the shuttle just blew up. And as is typical with Gen X, and back then it was an announcement over the PA. Counselors will be available if anyone would like to talk to anybody, but get back to work. You know, pretty much that was it. You know, but we had a school dedicated to her, as I think a lot of states was dedicated to the teacher who was on board that shuttle. Oh, that was something. Good night, Beebs. You have a great evening. I hope you enjoyed your snack. And I'm sure I'll see you again tomorrow or another day when you're got things going on. So keep it real, my friend. I appreciate this run. Columbia disaster when landing. Yeah, we couldn't see it from here, obviously. But I do remember the discussions that took place, and that these guys, you know, they even took, they got some shots of it from, I think, was it the space station or something like that, took shots of the underside of the shuttle as it passed over, and they're like, man, it's missing a lot of tiles and some very, very important ones. It's not going to make re-entry. They knew that that crew was doomed, and there was nothing, absolutely nothing they could do for them. Sadly. So. Alright. Oxygen again, we're starting to run low. Let's see. I am going to pull in my ship, I think. There we go. You remember the first moon landing, my friend? That's fantastic. That was, unfortunately, before my time. So that should tell a little bit of my age, I suppose. Or not, as the case might be. 3 minutes. Got it. Thank you, Dimitro. You know what we should do? Where's that treasure? It's on this planet, and that's heading which way? It's heading north, almost due north from where we are right now. Let's head in that direction and see how that goes. And we'll go out and we'll just watch the landscape below us, and maybe we'll find something. I don't know if we're going to find a glyph here. I think we're kind of doomed in this area. But we'll see. Yeah, we're 5th grade for me on the moon landing. Yeah. I wasn't quite there yet, unfortunately. I'm not even sure if I existed at that point. Abandoned building, huh? I'm gonna check it anyway. Sure enough, it is an abandoned building. Interesting that it does that. And I'm going to be bouncing in and out of that on a regular basis, so hopefully it doesn't get anybody sick. So they should be launching very, very soon, I think. That looks like another... Okay, we got a crashed freighter over there. One minute. Another building. That's interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get some treasure. 30 seconds, okay. That's what my challenge is against right now. My challenge is against a launch right now. It's up. Keep an eye open on it. First big launch in years. Let me know how it goes. That's actually worth something. 1.3 mil. Nice. Lift off. All right. Excellent, man. Okay, we got some damaged machinery over here. I'm gonna head this direction. It's just next to all this stuff over here, but, you know, hey, we could have an upgrade or something in there. Just some nanites, okay. Alright, let's take a look around. Alright, we see nothing. Okay. Let's go back to our ship, and we're going to use it to start scouting. Alright. Okay, so let's go east for a little ways. And I'm hoping that everything will show up on the ground as being like a glow or something like that. That would be best. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to stay here. I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to stay here or go elsewhere. Lift off, lift off. Good, good. Anything that uses that much fuel, just start moving as to. Yeah, ancient ruins are good in Fugitive Run. Awesome. What about crashed freighters? Yeah, you can do all those because you're allowed to scavenge for materials and stuff like that, so that shouldn't be a problem. You just don't want to do anything that's going to contact the authorities, is what it is. So you're not allowed to go into any buildings. Freighters, crashed freighters specifically, I've never had any trouble with, and I was always permitted to go in, so I never really brought it up. Oh, right through that, huh? That was interesting. First stage separation, good deal. Always a cool thing to see. They got so many different ways of doing it nowadays. Yeah, I think an airless moon would be better. Really hoping to find some glyphs over here, but I think we're going to be doomed not to. Yeah. Is that another building? I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, so we found another building here. And again, you can't enter an abandoned building unless you take out all the eggs first. That was one of those weird rules he threw in there just to make it a little more difficult. Monolith. You're allowed to access monoliths. Don't land, Paul. You can get out of your seat for a reason. There we go. I'll take a look around just in case there happens to be a glyph nearby or a grave. Don't see anything. Okay. You get up there so fast. Yeah, I know. They got that part down to a pat. Hey, Mama, thank you very much for joining me over on the Twitch side. I appreciate you, dear. May your errands go well. Blah, blah, blah. Jacket and a midriff section of peaceful. They still hold their multi-tool. No, no, no. You don't want to salvage components of the multi-tool. You get rejected. You want to honor the warrior is what you want to do here. This is a Viking system, so we're going to bury the soldier. And offering him some monolith. And it better be more than a word. Oh, a Viking effigy. Yay. Didn't help me at all. How about an upgrade? How about a multi-tool, please? But, that's alright. All right, real quick from here. I see nothing. Okay. No, no, no. Abandoned buildings. At any point in time, you can enter in on any system. You just have to take all the all the eggs out before you can go in the building. But maybe it is just an abandoned systems. I don't know. But I just stay away from it. To me, it's just not worth the bother, to be honest. So I saw no reason to do so. Man. Too bad we can't find ourselves a grave very easily. And you literally have to just about fly right over the top of it in order to see it. So getting out of your seat every now and then is not a bad idea. I don't think we're finding anything here. We really should go someplace else. Finding glyphs are going to be tough. We found them on our first starter planet because we were really traversing the planet, so that really had something to do with it. We can try the pillared one and see if it makes a difference. Let me see, that would be over this way. Columned, that was it. Columned moon. No, 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 Travel Iteration, it really is me. It's good to see you. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate you, dear. Traveler Iteration. I know exactly who you are, but I'll call you by that, so that's cool. So, yeah, I'm dual streaming, actually, between the two. Intense Serenities, by the way. Hope they installed the pulse drive. They got up there so fast by Amwood. Good to have you over there on the YouTube side. Thank you very much for joining me over there. So, yeah, we're dual streaming between the two, YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I figured Jason's doing it, everybody else is doing it, why can't I do it? And, oh, that's, let's just go ahead and get past this or else it'll keep bugging me. Whatever. It's just it's a solar ship, so I'm gonna go over to here and just go back to that. That's no problem. See, solar ship, drifting in space. I was just stopping so I could get to a different spot on the planet. I must investigate. You go ahead and investigate, dear. What might be happening over there on the YouTube side, it might be the alert, the bell that's on there. Check it, make sure you're getting alerted for all my, you know, alerts, if you will. This is actually not a bad planet either. I really wish it was no Atmo, but anyway, let's just go west for a little bit. But yeah, if you're not getting the alerts, then that might be the reason why. If you've somehow turned them off or muted them or something like that. Couldn't tell you why otherwise. And I need your vote on my post. Go ahead and check it out there, Traveler. With a tear, yes. Yes, indeed, I hear you. It's been too long since I've seen a good launch. There you are, MJ. That's weird. I didn't receive a notification. It's still on all, like it always is. I'm wrathful at YouTube. Wrathful. Ah, it's so nice to be talking to people who use big words. Oh, don't you do that on me. No stopping. Thank you. Alright, so I think this planet's going to be very similar to the other. I think we only got one creature on it. It's worth the 250 nanites to find it, but I just want to look to see if I can see any buildings, any crashed ships. And it's a moon, so you'd think things would be a little bit more obvious and closer together, and I could find a building or two. You didn't get one either? That's weird. I'm sorry about that. I swear I'm going to complain. I will complain about it. vociferously. Ha-ha. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, come on. I should have found something by now. Very odd. $18,395 miles an hour. Yeah, I'd like to see someone pull them over. All right, pull over. I was trying to get here as fast as I could, officer. Speak to the manager. Yes. Who is the manager? I have no idea. I have no idea who owns YouTube these days. It's by some conglomerate. Alright, so it's another one of those buildings. Alright, so we're back into this mode, if you will. I'm going to try something here real quick. First contact. Let's take a look real quick. I see nothing except you. One of one. And it's a wandering... Did I get it? I guess. There we go. Ha! You got to do weird things once in a while just so you have some fun. Breaks up the tedium. Ah, there, another big word. Tedium. Okay. I'm seeing nothing. Alright, and where is my... Yeah, there it is. Fetching a cup of tea. You go right ahead, my dear. Discovered all the species on 5 planets. What an achievement. Alright, this doesn't seem to be working out either. I don't know. I'm not too keen on this. And we really are going to have to get out and actually scour a planet and actually wander around on it. I think that's the only way we're going to find any more glyphs. So, decent system. We know to come back here. It'll be marked. As you can see, it's got the glyph for the Sentinel ship, so that's good. And I don't think we have anything that we can discover any more planets. So, let's just pick a system that has more than one moon. I've been there already. Alright, I've got a moon there, and I think... Alright, this one has 2 moons. Let's check it out. I wonder if a system has, like Viking, Korvax, Gek, whether a system has more, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? More graves based on something like that. So. Boop. Oh. That did not work. That did not work, Sam I Am. Is that the lead ship? I don't know if that's the lead ship. Is that lead ship? I don't know if it's lead ship. It may not be the lead ship. I thought it was the lead ship. I'm getting my butt kicked and handed to me if it doesn't. I don't know. I don't think it is. Yeah, it is. That is lead ship. It should have deleted. There it goes. Okay, there we go. Why am I getting talked to? Okay. Now we got Dreams of the Deep that just popped in. There you go. Oh no, that's a settlement. Settlement has popped in. We're gonna leave that alone. All right, let's see what kind of planets we got here. Enter Earth's atmosphere at about 40,000 kilometers per hour while returning. Yeah. Yeah, they use it to brake. They only have 241,000 miles to go. Yeah, kilometers to go now. Miles? Okay, got it. Kids in the back, are we there yet? Wonder if we'll ever see autophage systems. We got autophage settlements, but we haven't had autophage systems. That's the Void Mother breaking through, and I keep talking about that. Those purple planets that we have now, I'm telling you, they've got to start showing us, and there should be a moon on the other side over there, they've got to start showing us more of that. I agree. Alright, please give us a decent moon. Empty moon. Okay, so that might be good. That might be a atmosphereless, if you will. Okay, aggressive. Let me just check the others real quick here. Ancient Bones, Ice. Okay, Icebound is always pretty good to check out. Let me just check out this moon over here. Should be right on this side. There you are. Hello. Oh, it's two of them there. Okay, there's a planet. You know, I can trade with this guy. Autophage station, that would be pretty cool. You have nothing I want, but I don't need any of these. So this will give me some money. Yeah, get rid of the tainted, forbidden, Viking effigy, cockpit, heavy linkage, anything else? Will it allow me to go into... Oh, it will allow me. Okay, good. This is great. We're allowed to do this with this dude. I'm tempted on keeping that for another system. So... Cargo, ducting, relay, jets. I don't really need those. Okay. Is that everything? Yeah, we'll keep the Zenith class reactor as well. Alright, we're good. That gives us a good amount of money. I'd say, right? Alright. Unknown planet, and there's the moon to the right. I didn't know that. When the first steam trains were invented, people were worried that 30 kilometers per hour could be harmful. Yeah, well, it can be, depending on who's driving. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't know when they get to an asteroid to start drilling. Couldn't help you with that. Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. Ossified moon, huh? Okay. And a hot planet. Alright, let's go back this way. Where are we here? And head to this little moon right there. Empty moon should be a good spot to find some graves and some crash ships on if we're fortunate. And plus, if it's atmosphereless, we can jet around that with our backpack and have a better time of it. So... I'm hoping this will turn out to be a good venture here. There. Weather, no atmosphere. Yep, this is definitely exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, just come to a little bit of a slower crawl. Are we low enough to... You notice we're not getting anything at the top of the screen here, but... Alright, let's just go this way. We'll take a look around. Alright. Hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. And I need to get some oxygen. Now, one other thing I could do, I can make a life support gel. I'll have to get some more dihydrogen, but I think we can do this with what we've got thus far. So, all right, take a look around. Wouldn't it be great if there was like a grave right here, and we could be like, aha, this is a good thing. Yeah, definitely low atmo. No sentinels yet. That's a good thing. Alright, so I can make 2 of these. And we can make 2 life support gels. Good. Okay. Ah, there's a sentinel. Alright. Well, no big deal. So let's head... What do you think? North? Where are we on the planet? Doesn't make a difference. Alright, we'll just head west, because that's just the way we were facing to begin with, and we'll go. First 2 Fords that come off the line got into the first traffic accident. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if that were really true. Nice. Okay. We're about to get the life support warning. There we go. Okay, we got plenty of caves on the planet, so that's good too. But we should be able to just go further in the air, if you want to call it that. And be able to just keep a look around. This is the reason why I like these planets, is for this one reason. You can almost stay afloat with the right kind of upgrades for your backpack, your jetpack, if you will. You should be able to stay afloat for a good long time. How do you think? What's the best strategy following ley lines, east, west, north, south? Yeah, and I've been told that the ley lines aren't what they used to be. So I always try to go with a ley line, or what I think might be a ley line. Finding a building is always better, and you can go from there, but getting 2 buildings then would be best. So, yeah, I'm just going to stick with ley lines at this point. I was always told, you know what? I think it was Ray or Austin, one of the 2. That said to stick to the 0 line. See, the current is saying 0. Stick to the 0 line, head east-west, and you'll find more graves that way. But I swear, when that guy jumped on, he was like, you know what? Go south for a little bit. Pff, I'd hit a grave. It was like, you got to be kidding me. So I always ask him, you know, hey, I need you to be on this fugitive run, please. Hope they run into a Borg ship on the far side of the moon. No, no. I don't want them doing that. No, no. That's not good. No Borg. You know them. Resistance is futile. We don't want that. Or futile, depending on how you want to say it. It's up to you. That just sparks a debate with them, and then they just, you know, you lose them for a little while. Is it futile or futile? You always want, you almost have to have music for this. Da, na, 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 na. And you eat up life support like nobody's business too. There we go. Okay. 10% already. Look at that. Unbelievable. That was quick. Could be Vogons. Feudal. No news from Irony part. Past what was relayed earlier. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Exilus. And I meant what I said as well, you know, pass along the hugs when you talk. Digital or otherwise, as they may be. I know you don't reside over there near her, but that's still neither here nor there. No pun intended. Okay, I'm out of jetpack juice. Always. All good. Gonna remodel my bathroom. Should only take a few tile. Oh. Worf, you should be ashamed of yourself for that one. Okay, now I kind of expected to find something by now. You know what we don't have? We don't have the recharger for our backpack, but it is recharging a little bit. Okay. All right, One Thumb. Take care. Have a great evening. Thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. Space Weasel over on Twitch. Whenever I find a grave, I like to imagine how the traveler died, what local threat ended their exploring on this planet. I think the boredom might have done that for them. Indeed. Now, they crash landed and they had a crack in their helmet. That's pretty much what happened here, I think. Almost every one of them that you talk to, or not that you talk to, but when you get the story from them, it's always something along the lines of the what do you call it? It's the Sentinels got them, so to speak. Don't ask me what I'm doing there. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Let's see. We got plenty of humming sacks around here. That doesn't help me at all. And I'm still at around the 0 mark, right? A little bit north of that. Okay. Let me see. We want to head south. So a little bit more this way. Boredom is indeed the case. You just hope that because, A, it's a planet with nothing on it, really. You know, there's not a lot of foliage, not a lot of fauna. You don't have to worry about anything at all. There's no foliage or fauna for that matter. You just got minerals, and you should be able to see stuff a little bit easier here. And there's less to find, if you will, right? You don't have to worry about that. So that's why we do it here. But the problem is that a grave you can see from about 900 or so units away, right? When you're on foot. And if you're in your ship, you've got to pass like right over the top of the stupid thing in order to see it in your radar at all. And you're not going to find it any other way. So you got to get out of your ship and do something. And this is what we hope for. We hope that we come across a grave and we can get some things done. But, you know, so far, no luck. We've got the 2 that we started with. From the original planet that we were on. And you know, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back to that planet and wander around for a little while, because maybe that one will have more graves on it. Usually if you find 2, you're going to find more, you know what I mean? So it might be worth doing that. That's an interesting thought. And I've shared this story before. The first time one time I was doing a stranded run, and I ran across 14, I think it was, 14 unmarked graves on my starter planet before I even found a ship. Which I thought was completely and utterly the strangest thing I'd ever run across in my life. But in checking with other people, they're like, yeah, it's possible that could happen. So, doesn't happen all the time, but you were just fortunate on a planet that happened to have a lot of graves, which makes you wonder about the planet, but that's another story. Alright. See, I'm running out of items to see. Let me land for a moment. And see if procedural generation will make anything appear. See, suddenly that item appeared in front of me, even though I haven't moved at all. So that's another thing I'm worried about. 2026, man is going to be back to the moon. No Man's Sky has been running 10 years. In the meantime, Star Citizen will release in 2234. Officially release. We shall see. All right. So yeah, don't forget to check that post I put out yesterday, guys. I had a post on the channel yesterday. It has a poll in there of what you guys would like to see on our 3,000 subscriber celebration. Do you want to see another Beeble Bum challenge? Do you want to see how many galaxies we can hit in a 12-hour stream? And we're going to take every opportunity to hit that as many galaxies as we can if we do it that way. I have personally, I don't know about some of you guys are sticklers for trying to get to all the galaxies. I'm not one of those people. I've hit about 15 of them, 15 to 20, I think, tops, in all my saves and over 5,000 hours of playing the game. So it is going to be an achievement for me to see how many I can hit within that run, and I'm going to use one of my current saves, and we'll use 2 distinctive ships to do it all. All right, we are getting low here, and I haven't even run across a building yet, so this is not working out, I would say. I don't know about you guys, but I think we pull in the ship. I'm beginning to think more and more about the idea. Voted, thank you very much, appreciate it. 2234 is also the next trailer for Light No Fire. Maybe, right? 40 galaxies so far. Cool beans, Toad Answer. Thanks for commenting over there. Appreciate you being over there on the Twitch side. I mean, there's 256 galaxies, of which 255 you can go to. You can't go to the 256 without knowing someone who's already there, and you join up with them. And that's the only way to get there, from what I understand. Quick look. Last check. Not even a ship. Nothing. And we recharge that. Yep, we got plenty of uranium. So I'm going to say that this was a bust on this planet. The best thing that we could possibly look for on this planet is ships, crash ships. They will show up. They'll have some flames around them. They'll have everything around them. You know, not necessarily flames, but it'll have what looks like, you know, the ball next to it and everything like that. Navigation beacon, if you will. So you could do that. So Jaconaut, good to have you over there on the Twitch side. Hello to you too. Why did they do that to Galaxy 256? Now you'd have to ask them that question, my friend. Who just followed over there? I just missed that. Oh, thank you for following over there too. Appreciate you, buddy. That's the beauty of sandboxes like this. You can do all the things, walk away right at the start, anything in between. It's 10 years old, but 30 years ago, we didn't even dream games like this were possible. 100%, I agree with you on that. Absolutely. I mean, I was reading, I don't know, 10 years ago, I guess I read Ready Player One, you know, the Oasis and stuff like that. And you know what? We're on the cusp of that now. We could possibly do that and be, that's just a plaque. We could possibly do that now and have a society that would be totally online at all times. So think about that. Hey, I'm trying a little trick here. Oh, nothing up here. Right hand turn from there. Just want to see if there happens to be any ships or anything nearby. Okay, yeah, I don't see anything. All right. I think we're going to have to call this, on this planet anyway, this moon. I like the idea of going back to the original system. I think that's not a bad idea. Because that planet we found 2 glyphs on, who's to say we're not going to find a ton more? I think that would be a good idea. And we're allowed to go back to previous systems. That's not a problem. The only ones we can't go back to are the ones that we landed at the space station at. Like abandoned stations and pirate stations. We can't go back to that pirate system. We'll have to find a second one. But that's the other reason for finding crashed ships, so I can get an economy scanner and stuff. So we'll see. You want the Oasis? They might appreciate my jokes there. Well, you know, got to find somebody that can. Surely it isn't us. That's for sure, Worf. To sit in the Oasis VR makes me woozy. I wonder. I do wonder too. It does make me a little woozy too, MJ, but I'm curious. 10k hours, only been to 16 galaxies, Wild Turkey says. Good to have you here, Wild Turkey, by the way. So, yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not paying attention, am I? Yeah. Paying attention to chat more than I'm paying attention to playing, but that's okay. Ooh. Whee! Okay. Had to do one wee. Any ships? Nothing? Okay. Okay, the sun's coming out. Yeah, I see nothing on this planet. Not helping me at all, my dear airless planet. So I think, yeah, let's go ahead and head back to our original system and see what we can find. Just read the Hershey resume. Just read that Hershey resume using milk chocolate as in most products. Oh, they're using real chocolate in most products again. To resume resume. That's pretty good, right? To resume using milk chocolate in most products again. About freaking time, man. Real pilot skills there? Yeah, tell me about it. Shut up. All right. How are we doing on the hyperdrive, by the way? Let's see. 70%? Okay. We should be all right. Okay, so our starter system is the one with the star on it. So this is where we started. So we're going to head back over here. And we can go to the original planet. Got to remember which planet that was. Well, that's the tough part. Not sure if we could find it, but we'll see. Because we didn't go to all the planets here. But we did go to 3 of them. Okay, cactus flesh, gamma root. Pretty sure it wasn't that one. Fairly certain it wasn't. So it was one of these 2 here. Activated copper, and this one just has copper. So it's got to be Eugen. So that's probably the planet. That's it. All right. So let's head that direction. Did one old expedition some days ago and have now the singularity drive of my freighter. Makes a lot of fun to jump with the freighter. Yeah, it's always a good one. I remember that. Gosh, yeah, that was a while ago. Okay. See what we can do. Lots of messages. In my 15th stream. I was watching him for like an hour. Good grief. Anyway. Sometimes Twitch doesn't recognize the fact that I'm watching people play. Even though their volume is turned up and I'm hearing them and I'm actually integrating with them and chatting in the chat channel on Twitch. But for some reason decides, no, you have to save your streak that you were watching them with. Like, come on, man. Alright. What do we got? So this way are the 2 ships that just passed, hence their green dots, or the little yellow dots on the display there. So I am going to... We are in a completely different area of the planet, I'm fairly certain. You know what we should do? We know that this minor settlement was really, really far away. Why don't we head over that direction? We'll land near it. We can't use the building or anything like that, but we can use it as a starting point, and we'll just head away from there. I think that'll work. Really hope we get a way to run expeditions whenever we want, somewhere super fun. We've said this too before, and you know this already. There are mods you can use, just like what Angus was saying, but you got to be careful with them. But yeah, we're like 99.73% positive that the terminal in the anomaly will be opened up one day to doing all expeditions, especially when their focus is going to be more on light no fire at that time. That's when I think that's going to happen. It's not going to happen while we're still waiting on light no fire and while No Man's Sky is still being used as a test base, if you will. Let me just check something real quick. All right, good. All right, what's my landing gear like? We're at full charge. All right, we're in good shape. Is there anything we want to get rid of from my own inventory? Yeah, let's just put those in here. We don't need to be hanging on to them. All right, we got a good amount of condensed carbon. Just real quick, we've got carbon. Actually, I do need some regular carbon. I could just pick it up real quick and that'll give me what I'm looking for, but I've got so much condensed carbon right now, I think I'm just going to do that real fast and go there. Playful Cheetah, hi, good to see you over there as well. Cheetah, I'm sorry. Angus, always back to your save for, but no mod needed, save the file created on a website. Oh, so that's what you do to do that. That's pretty cool. But you always back up your save, which is a brilliant idea as well. You got to be careful of that. All right, so I'm not going to take that with me. I'm going to leave you behind as well. And we do have some oxygen to keep us going for a little while. Let's just go out the back door. Whee! Splat. All right, which way do we want to go? Let me see here. Now, this planet has scrap on it too, so if we wanted to, we could get scrap, but we can't enter any buildings. I do want to pick up, see if I can get some radiation protection. That would be freaking awesome if we could. Why don't we hit that damaged machinery over there since we're allowed? And just see if it doesn't have an upgrade in it. No, it doesn't. All right, and where are we on the planet? Okay. So I am going to head... I'm going to do the east-west thing again. We're going to go this way. I don't see any graves or buildings nearby. So we'll head that direction, and there is damaged machinery in the distance. So we'll just keep going that way. I also streamed noticing I finished for today. Oh, good for you. Fantastic. I hope you had fun with your stream, man. Is it Corvette you have? Yes, I did. You jumped off of... yeah, I jumped off the Corvette. That is correct. I have a ladder, actually, that leads up onto the roof of the Corvette, so I can just get on top of it and jump off anytime I want. Do it in space. Do it anywhere you want. We're doing a little challenge here. Now, you're on the Twitch side of things, but over on YouTube, I'm dual streaming right now. Over on YouTube, I have the instructions or directions for this particular challenge that we're doing. This challenge was invented by Beeblebum, and it is called the Fugitive Run. And basically, you're on the run from the police, if you will. You're not allowed to enter any buildings or space stations. There's a lot of rules to it, let's put it that way. And you just have to stay ahead of them, so to speak. And the way you win the challenge is by making it to the center of the galaxy. And I've limited myself to the fact that I've got to find 8 glyphs first before I can do that. So it means 8 graves. So we'll see how we do on that. I've got 2 already. So finding more, obviously, is essential. Look at that. Sodium patch. So I'm looking for more now. I'm looking for more graves. That's the whole purpose I'm here. This is my original starting planet. And I decided to come all the way back here because I found 2 graves on this planet to begin with when I first started. And I'm thinking to myself, why give up on a good thing? Yeah, I know it's dropping. There we go. Wanted to get all that first, and I can use it. There we go. So, why give up on a good thing? If you're going to find graves on this planet, just keep going. And we'll leave that behind for now. Our ship behind for now in order to find what we're looking for. So. Haven't yet created Corvette, though it seems like I upgraded other system suits. Starship, good, good, good. Keep up with that. That's important. Having more room in your ship and your spacesuit is always very important, especially when you're newly starting. And I don't recommend doing any cheating until you've at least completed the main storyline once, and then you can do whatever you want. That's the way I look at it. But stick to the story for now, and you should be perfectly fine. They're circling over there. That usually means a landing platform. Oh, good deal. All right, we got another Damaged machinery over there. I'm still not seeing any graves, though. Yeah, I've been playing the game. I've got about 5,000 hours into the game so far. I got people in my chat on the YouTube side that have been here for 10,000 hours that they've been playing the game. So they've got way more than I do, and I will not attest to knowing everything. There is a lot more I can learn. I always encourage backseat driving and stuff like that, so... Yeah, see, they're circling right now, so we got a landing platform right there. Can't go to the landing platform. Kind of sucks. But there you are. First freighter. Nice, nice. Yeah, having a freighter takes a little bit of a load off. You can start putting some storage in there and things like that, and you can really get rid of some of the crap that you've been saving up for a while. I'm going to use some sodium for now, guys. I got plenty of batteries. We all know this, but... There we go. We'll head in that direction of the landing platform, but I'm not interested in it. But maybe there will be something in the way, something along the lines. Life support. More sodium, please. Thank you. We'll use batteries next. Yep. Day 5, huh? Whoa. Got a newbie over there, guys. Wharf, help him out. Buried caches also sometimes split X, guys. That's true. That's a good point. I might want to just hit up those buried caches. That's a nice looking ship right there. Fugitive Triumph. It's a B class. Not bad. Pretty. Too bad I can't. He'd have to land next to me in order for me to take his ship, though, so. And I got plenty of money, so that's not a problem, but. Whee! Glad I got the upgrades. I used the feature bases at the anomaly to get to some galaxies easier. That's true, that's true. There was a couple of extra galaxies I got that way myself. Good to use the anomalies, featured bases to get to those. I've got a couple of those, I think, yes. One of these days they'll feature a base that'll be like, you know, in 266, and then we can really have some fun. Alright, let's head towards that buried tech up there. There could be some damaged machinery, too. I don't cheat. Some guy gave me cakes and told me that I can duplicate them, but I dismantled the cakes and didn't sell them. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. Don't cheat yet. Yeah, that's no problem. And people handing you stuff in the anomaly and stuff like that, always a good thing. Never criticize the kindness that the community shows, because it's really a great community, and we just like helping people out. All of us do it, so at some point or another. Which way? Which way? Which way? Which way? Got a buried cache over there, but we do have some damaged machinery over here. I'm going to go that way. Okay. Let's use a battery. Oh, go figure. Let's stand here for a minute. Nonchalant Shatesy. It's good to have you, Shasty? I may have that wrong. I apologize if I got it wrong. I'm going to call you Nonchalant, though. Good to have you here. Hi to you, too, over on the Twitch side. I did say it right. My gosh. You know what that deserves? Absolutely. Absolutely. Should get a round of applause for that one. All right. Get away from you. Oh, you know what? I could use you. I forgot that I had these guys over here. Pick up the little balls on the side of them. Okay, what do we got? We got mutant plants. Yeah, we don't want to touch those. Piss off the sentinels. That's a good way to get yourself killed. Nothing else, huh? Man, there's a lot of icons on this screen. Whee! Is this game a multiplayer game? It can be. I can't change the... Oh, actually, I can change the setting now, can I? More launch fuel. In network, you have multiplayer, so you can play multiplayer. It's procedural in the sense that you get into a certain there's a word for it, guys, if you all can help me out with this one. Iteration, if you will, where you can play with like 5 to 10 other players. You can see as many as a dozen or 2 dozen other players playing in any system as long as you have multiplayer on. But when I'm doing this particular challenge, cooperative mode, thank you very much, Playful. When you're doing this challenge, you don't want multiplayer on because people will swoop in, try to kill you. And I'm in permadeath mode right now with all the extreme settings. Everything maxed out, so it's like super extreme permadeath. I die, that's the end of it. I got to start over. So, yeah. So that's why PvP is also off too. But you have all kinds of network settings you can go into and do that here. So, yeah. Anyway. Played this when I was little and remembered this was fun. I'm telling you, man, it's come a long way. If you haven't played it since then, my gosh, pick it back up. Seriously. Hey, appreciate the follow, Nonchalant. Always a pleasure. Appreciate you. I'm not looking, just as you guys know this advance on the Twitch side, I'm not looking to become affiliated on Twitch. So any follows are up to you. Not a problem. It's not going to cost you anything. I'm not going to worry about making money over there. I'm doing this for the fun of it, and have been doing this for the fun of it for about, not on the Twitch side, but I've been doing it on YouTube for about 2.5 years, well, 3.5 years now, I think. Boy, time flies as you get old. Let's see. Hey, appreciate that, Vats. Thank you very much. 07 to you as well. So yeah, I'm just not interested in the money. One day, you know, when I go to retirement or something like that, and I'm done with working for a living and I want to make a couple extra bucks on the side, yeah, I might do it then. But, nah. For now, nah. Alright, we're still heading east. I don't want to get turned around like Jason from Jason Plays. I got an abandoned crate, nothing to my north. So we'll just keep our eyes open. We've been doing pretty good. Let's use some of that sodium I picked up. There we go. Hey! Strawberries, always a good thing. There we go. And take a look around in flight. And just keep an eye peeled. Power surge fading. Don't die. 18 quintillion. You know what? Those numbers, and it was actually, it's, I think the number was closer to like about 24 septillion planets, number one. And that was before the Worlds 2 update, I think it is. Correct me on that, guys, if I'm wrong. I don't know if it was Worlds 2 or Worlds 1, where they entered in all the purple systems. The systems that didn't exist. And now we've got tons of purple systems out there, dissident systems, if you will, that are out there. So keep that in mind, that they added a ton more systems to each galaxy. I don't know what the number is anymore. I don't think it's even in the septillions. I wouldn't be surprised if that has gone up by 1/3 at this point, at least. So, weapons? Oh yeah, there's weapons. I just don't have any. I just don't have any right now. I'm checking unknown buildings because sometimes they can turn out to be ships. That's a minor settlement and I can't touch it, but they do have some broken machinery behind it. Part of the challenge that I'm in. So yeah, they've got plenty of weapons, man. More launch fuel. How much more launch fuel do I need? So my multi-tool doesn't have any guns on it right now. I've got my terrain manipulator and I got everything. This was a Sentinel multi-tool that I got from one of those worlds. I don't know if I have any of the others. Let me check here real quick. The original one, and I got one of the other ones too. So I really need to rename my weapon here. EP. There we go. That way I can tell which is which. And that's the other one, and it didn't really come with anything. It had a supercharged slot instead of the one I had, so it is what it is. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes, Mom. I'm recharging it. Get off my back. Oh, we got another building over there, too. And another building over there. Oh, that's the miter settlement to begin with. This is another building completely. Let's check it out. Eliminator Mark P. Indeed, we can do that. Purple systems, I haven't seen those. You won't see the purple systems yet, Playful. You got to get through the storyline. Once you complete the main storyline with Artemis, you move on to the Atlas storyline, which is really short-lived. It only takes a couple of hours to get done. And then you move on to the autophage storyline. Okay, so we've got Resource Depot there. So yeah, can't really take those guys on. Let's see. Take a look around. We've been doing some running without looking around. Alright. We want to kind of head in this direction for a little bit. We were heading east, right? That's odd. That's the minor settlement. Then we headed in this direction, which is west to here. Why don't we head north in between them, right? No, south. We're going to head south for a little bit and see if we find something else. Curious. So yeah, they got plenty of weapons, man. Oh, absolutely. Everything you can imagine. Bolt caster, pulse spitter, positron. That's on the other one. Scatter blaster, which is like a shotgun. They got a gravitino coil, which isn't really a weapon, but it's a lot of fun. You can take the sentinels and pull them towards you, and then shoot them away at a great distance. It's a lot of fun. The rules not allow stun weapons. Paralysis mortar you can use that stuns things. No, there's no problem getting it. The problem is I don't have a recipe for it. I can make a bolt caster if I want. That's not a problem. You know, I actually should, guys. Now that I'm thinking about it. Anyway, I'll worry about that later.
Radiation protection falling.
Is that, no, it's just a canister. Alright, we'll head this way. Okay. Lots of questions. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Heard it's on sale for like $24, right? Yeah, it is. They put it on sale multiple times a year. So by all means, pick it up if you can. It's always going to be about 60% off. They always put it down to about 25 bucks every single time. And even when the price increases on the main stores, and they bump it up to say 70 or 80 bucks or something like that, next time it goes on sale, 25 bucks every time. All 30 plus DLCs are free and they cost you nothing, and they don't seem to ever want to charge anybody for those at any point in time. So kudos to Hello Games for doing that. Melee is punching, physical attack. That's melee. And you can pick up items that way too, if you wish. See, I'm doing 110 damage. So you can do that too when you run out of stuff. Yep. So if you're wondering about the melee jetpack thing boost, it's melee and then you jetpack with it. What did I get? I got some more pure ferrite. Yay. Useless stuff for me. Yay. Okay. So you got the jetpack that you can use, right? That I'm using right now. And you get the melee attack, but as you notice, you see how he slides forward when you do that? If you do that and then hit your jetpack, you get a melee boost. And it boosts you ahead at a greater speed. So, very handy to do. Something you want to learn early on how to do. Once you learn it, it'll just be second nature to you, and you won't have to worry about it anymore. You'll just do it automatically, like I've been doing and not saying anything about. I think I'm heading back to the space station. Not the space station. Yeah, I'm walking to the space station, guys. That's what I'm doing. Walking to the space station. I think I'm heading back to that landing platform. I don't think I want to do that. Alright, what do we got? Unknown building? Well, I guess maybe we're not, because we just found another unknown building. How are we doing on oxygen, by the way? We're doing good? Yes. Okay. Good. Should hitchhike? It depends on what you're using to, as your controller. I'm using keyboard, mouse, and always have. So, landing platform. And I don't think this is the same one, is it? Well, crap, maybe it is. I don't know. I'm going to head east, I think. East. Yeah, let's go east. Got a nice Hello. Was that sac venom? Crap. No, I think it was just a purple ball. We're okay. Carry on. Gotta be careful of the sac venom. That's my nemesis. Melee camp? Oh, Captain. That was not very good. Melee as melee. Melee? Yeah, melee. Maybe you're right. Melee. Let's call the whole thing off. Okay, let's see here. Jettison pod. I'm not interested. Alright, let's just head straight ahead to the east. I'm hoping we find another glyph. It would be great if we could at least find one more. I'd love to have two before the end of this. And we've got another hour and a half to go, so we shall see. Jettisoned. Okay, let's hit that damaged machinery over there.
Radiation protection falling. Technology recharge.
Oh, crap. Got stuck. Don't want to get stuck.
Radiation protection falling.
That's true, because the other one I might have been close enough to recognize. That's right. So that might have been just a different landing platform. I think you're correct. That makes sense. I'm not used to that. I work in tech support. We're not allowed to make sense of anything at all, at any point in time, ever. Because making sense just confuses everybody. And there we go. You play hardcore mode. This is actually hardcore. This is permadeath extreme settings. This is about as hardcore as you can get in this. Everything is much more difficult, but to be honest, I mean, I've played other games in hardcore, and the hardcore in this is, I think we all can agree that it is kind of wimpy. So we can call it hardcore if we want, but let's be honest. Is it really?
Radiation protection falling.
Used to be that if you hit the ground too hard, you could kill yourself. Now you just, if you hit the ground, you get injured, and occasionally you might break something. Metal fingers, yeah. Okay. No grave. No ships. There we go. Hoping for some radiation protection one of these days, but I don't think we're going to get it here. We're still heading east. It's a lot of icons. I got to keep my eyes peeled. All right. It's fun. I love it. Hey, Jenny, good to see you. Oh, it's treating me the same as it always has. You know, No Man's Sky treats me pretty darn well. You know, and but it's not just No Man's Sky, it's the people. The people here in the chat groups are always the best. It's a No Man's Sky community, what can you say? Best community in the verse, as they say.
Radiation protection.
You know, I think it's because we all look at each other as, we all know we're gamers, and that's what it boils down to, and we know that that's all we are. So, whoops, I forgot. I'm no different from anybody else, right? From any of you, which is why, we chat amongst ourselves, we talk offline on Discord and things like that, and we carry each other like human beings should. Just like Jason from Jason Plays. Guy's got 250,000 subscribers on YouTube and 25,000 on, what's that other one called? Twitch, that's right. And he's still a regular dude. He's nothing special, and he wouldn't ever claim to be anything special. So, he's a decent guy. So, as long as you can stick to that, that's the way to go. You're breathtaking. Oh, yeah. Was that what you meant? Breathtaking? Take a deep breath before you dive in? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Appreciate you, though. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Intensive. Hold on. Intense Serenities. I like it. I think that was a Keanu reference. Oh, then I missed a reference there, man. I am so sorry. What's the reference? Name the movie. I really appreciate it. Gotta know. Gotta know. And shame on me for not knowing what movie we're talking about. Hi, Sentinel. Yeah, really. It's a chill game. It's going to attract chill people. Yeah, usually, for the most part. But if you ever watch Jason from Jason Plays, everybody back me up on this. Is he a chill dude? Not really. I love him to death because I know he's probably going to end up raiding soon or something like that because he's playing Arc Raiders right now. You know, there are days. Oh, yeah, a shield module. Well, that's all right. We'll put it up here someplace and join up. Everybody join hands. Yeah, right. There. Okay, how are we doing? Yeah. Let's use some of you. All right, there. Okay. All right, moving on to the east. There's that cyber lunch. I think it was Kino cyber lunch. When it was revealed that he was Johnny Silverhand and revealed that he was Johnny Silverhand's cyberpunk game. Told the audience they were cheering for him. Oh, really? Really? Oh, okay. See, you just told me about something I didn't even know. Good grief. Gonna have to check that out. Didn't I just charge that up? Thought I could have swore I did. Grab some more oxygen on the way. Look for graves. Look for graves. Any graves? No? Okay. All your oxygen belong to me. No graves. No bows. Leave your weapons here. Your shield modules on either side of hazard agency adjacency bonus. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. Adjacency bonus. Yeah, I try, but the problem is, you know what? They should be right next to each other. You're absolutely correct. Get over there. You go there. Let's put you over here. It doesn't really get any bonuses from anything, unfortunately, but these two do. I should grab one of those, whatchamacallums at some point. Like that. Yes. Hello, that. There we go. What do we got here? Looks like a plaque, I believe. Indeedly-do, it is. Ouch, skipped. And I got one more I can get too, so that's going to give me a little bit more life. Well, you figured out as a plaque, huh? That's great. Alright, so I was told change direction, add a monolith or plaque, so we'll see what we could do. It's up to me. What's up to me? Joining me, connect. Quick question I have. Ginny. Oh, I have never... Collect, remove in settlement when a visitor came in offering something. Is going to... No. It is up to you. I agree. Thank you, Vats, for answering that, too. If they knew what they were doing, they would have never hired an overseer. Well said. Let's do this pullback a little bit, see if they see anything. Can't see a blessed thing, but thank you. Appreciate the pullback. Yeah, basically, they're right. You know, they wouldn't have hired you if they knew better, you know? Why don't we head that direction? Which way is that? Great. Neighbor's dog's out. Hang on a second, guys. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Yeah, we got the dogs. My neighbor's dogs got loose and are chasing my cat around, so... And they're like little, what are they? Little... I don't know. I don't know what they are. They're barkers. That's all they do. So, anyway. Either way, either one can be a problem, because my cat will defend itself if you really, you know, get at it, but, but for the most part, he's a chicken. So he'll just hide under a car or in the bushes or something like that and wait till the dogs, you know, lose interest. They're tiny little dogs. They're just ankle biters is what they are, but they tend to not be very, very intelligent animals. They'll be all right. My cat goes outside and chases all the vermin away, so, you know, mice, things like that. It's all good. Hey, I'm streaming here. Hey, yo. Yeah, originally from New York, if you couldn't tell. Duh. Let's see. Anything? Got some buried cash that way. We're heading to the treasure chest just because it's right there. We'll check it out. And it'll be a protected area as well. So we can take a little bit of a breather there. Maybe get a little extra cash. Not that we need any more money at this point, but who knows? Maybe it'll be the right way to go. Nope. Okay, good. Ooh. Blue. Gravitino coil. Yeah, there you go. Have you seen my dog? Yeah, it's in the next county. That would be funny. And there we go. Now we're in a protected area, so. Good deal. You know, when we get a trader, this area was tough on traders. So let's get our keys. 1. 2. 3. Yeah, I've done this a couple times, you might say, haven't I? Treasure chest. Whoops, I'm underneath it. Get back up there. There we go. Chihuahuas, yeah, I guess. Alright, we didn't get much out of that one. That was a cheap one, but that's okay. 2. How much silicate do we have? My gosh. You know what? Let me just go ahead and do this too. Recharge everything while we're in a protected area. So we've got lots of ferrite on us. That's good. All right. Up. Okay, let's take a look around. Since this area is protected from the elements. That is not a glitch, by the way. I know that Jason claimed it was a glitch, and it's like, no, the ancient tombs in this area are protected for some reason. And I don't know what it is, but it's always been that way for the last 7 years that I've been playing it. That has never changed, so I don't think it's a glitch at all. So. Oh, did the tradesman pop in? Yes, tradesman, good evening, good to see you. Didn't see you jump in there, man. Thanks for joining us. How's male cat chased another neighbor's dog, which is about 4 times as tall. Yeah, well, like I said, cats can do that. Cats will do that. But they can be really, really nasty, and they don't care when they're scratched. They just get even nastier at that point. So it's just a matter of picking up the cat or picking up the dog and saying, hey, your dog's got out of the backyard again. That's all. No big deal. All right, let's see. We are headed east again. I'm hoping to find something this direction. We haven't had a good amount of luck in finding any more glyphs, so I'm worried that we're going to have to, like, truncate our search. And I really don't want to do that. Okay, health restored. We should be at maximum health now. Okay. Tally-ho. How we doing on oxygen? We're doing good. Doing good. Great graves are often in valleys. Yes, Toad Answer. They can be. They're in depressed areas, if you will. Depressed areas in the terrain anyway, to begin with. So finding them is just a matter of just finding them. And you should be able to find them on foot a little bit easier than you can find them in a ship, because they don't show up too often in a ship quickly enough. So, Alright, what do we got? Let's go with the buried cache directly ahead. Is that another one? No, it's just an abandoned crate. Okay.
Radiation protection falling.
Keeps giving me magnetized ferrite. You'd think it'd give me something useful. I can't use magnetized ferrite for the most part. I'm just hanging on to it to sell it to the next guy I see, but we shall see. I'm sorry. You got me picturing the Gravitino coil. And yelling at the neighbors, "Hey, I'm trying to stream here, huh?" Alright, what do we got? Damaged machinery. Yeah, I know, it's falling.
Technology recharge.
You try to recharge while you're in the air, not a good smart thing to do. It happens on occasion. But
Radiation protection falling.
buried cache, we'll grab it. Wouldn't it be great if we just ran across a grave? If I say it enough times, maybe it'll just happen. Don't have to dig them up. They're at ground surface, so I'll just pick them up. Weird. And it just gave me more magnetized ferrite. What is with this stuff and magnetized ferrite? My gosh. I don't know what's happening here. That's weird. Let's see. We're going to go to the damaged machinery there. Whoop, 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 whoop. Have you found that graves? Oh, yeah, we already talked about the graves and valleys. I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping that we'll find some in the open here soon. Come on. Getting plenty of nanites. What are we up to? 4,000? Yeah. That doesn't seem to be the issue at all. Okay, what are you? Jettisoned.
Protection falling.
Ah, I hate that. Fly so low to the ground, you end up hitting a rock on the way. Ow, broke my ankle. We will get there. Click. The random stuff that pops in my head when you mention finding graves, you remind me of the grave. What grave? The grave with the power. What power? The power of the voodoo. Who do? You do. Anybody know? Anybody know? Come on now. We know the name of the movie. There wasn't exactly the words to it, but a play on it. Come on now. And I'm going to say it now, because you all are kind of typing it in, I'm sure. There you are. Labyrinth MJ. Yes, indeed.
Life support power low.
I saw a guy doing it the other day,
Recharge.
doing all the parts and all the voices, including Bowie, and he was really good. Did a great job. So you notice we're heading north now. I've decided to change direction at the last minute here, but nanites. North. Maybe we'll run into something. Yeah, Bowie was fantastic. He bit a bit of an odd duck, but he, you know, Hollywood. Stars. Ancient plaque. We've already been there. We got an unknown building there. But if we've been to the ancient plaque, then what's with the unknown building? Shouldn't we have discovered it? Alright, you got me curious. Because that's going back the way we came. Grab some grawberries for some food. Are we going around in circles like...
Protection falling.
No, a half hour away. And we got another building there. So let's check out these buildings and see what they're all about, shall we? Hello, Cachette. Good to see you. Alright. So we got a trade terminal there. Let me just get a little closer to get it recognized. There we go. And we're going to head north from here. Or to this direction. There was another building in this direction. Where'd it go? There it is. Thank you very much for joining us over on the Twitch side of things. Appreciate you. No, no, no. No going Major Tom on us. No, no, no. That's over on the YouTube side. Okay. Starting to actually run low on sodium. What do you know? It's about time we found another patch, don't you think?
Radiation protection.
Ooh, skipped. Okay, this is just a little campsite. That's right, I called it a campsite. Can't stop me. Alright, so from here, let's go straight east, shall we? 2 buildings, we automatically go in a different direction. I love random trade stations, yes. They come in handy. Unfortunately, due to the challenge I'm running, which is called the Fugitive Challenge, I'm not allowed to touch it. Can't go anywhere near it. Well, I can go near it, obviously. I just can't utilize it. That's basically what it boils down to. So we are in the process of looking for unknown graves on foot. We have a nice ship. We got a few ships, actually. We got a solar ship. And what other ships do we have? Let's see. Yeah, we got our original Radiant Pillar, which we're not allowed to use. We've got the ship that I found, or I purchased from somebody, and I got a solar ship. Not to mention the Corvette that I'm using right now. So, yeah, we got a good amount of ships, but we're looking for graves, and it's a real pain in the butt to find them on foot. I mean, on ship. So, it is what it is. And yes, as Streamlabs says, thank you very much for being here. You can't hit the like button on the Twitch side, but just being here, if you want to follow. I'm not affiliated and don't plan on being affiliated. Just want to do this for fun and for the enjoyment of playing the game, guys. So feel free to join if you wish. Boink. Whee! Wait, way to go. Did I just... Oh, it's right in front of me. Gotcha. Let's see. What do you think? Oh, we didn't get magnetized ferrite this time. We got indium. Okay. Alright, we need to start finding some more sodium on a regular basis, though. East is queast. Lots of junk on this planet. Abandoned crate. Alright, let's just go this way for now. Whee! Bring it in. Okay. And be nice to find a crashed ship or two. I think that would be nice. I never had a lot of luck finding crashed ships. I don't know why. I have such a difficult time. Beeblebum can fly over a landscape and pick one out from like a great distance. I don't know if it has to do with his computer or what have you, but he can just pick one out, man, and good for him. Hey guys, you want to land, trade? No? No? Kiss my grits too. I don't like you either. Alright. Building. It's his eyesight. He has eagle eyes. Oh, I swear, Ginny, you're absolutely correct. I saw you watching him over there, too. That's right. Yeah, he's just unbelievable when it comes to that stuff. And then Jason just has the luck of the Jason, as we call it, from Jason Plays. He just finds everything. It just drops in his lap. That's what makes him so difficult to beat in a speed run for the expeditions and stuff like that, is because he tends to... Sorry, I got distracted for half a second. He tends to just get everything dropping into his lap, and everything just kind of falls into place for him. Whereas the rest of us have to struggle to get what we want. So, and I don't mean anything negative about the guy. He's just absolutely fantastic. Life support power is low too. Use the battery. Okay, good. Oh, hey, look. Grab some of that.
Radiation protection falling.
Lots of icons on the screen. Sorry, I wanted to focus on that because there was just so many. Easy to miss a grave if you're trying to look for it. It looks like another building in the distance too. Alright, so this is a resource depot. Just passing through, guys. Nothing to see here. Stop myself backtracking. I drop a marker, then run in a specific direction. I drop a marker, then, pardon me, then you reach a certain distance, 500 paces, you re-drop the marker, and this way you can... Oh, I see what you mean. Just dropping that. That's not a bad idea, I think, personally, too. Yeah, I gotcha. That's pretty smart. Jason definitely needs it. He runs around in circles constantly, the dude. Love him, but he runs around in circles. I don't tend to usually run around in circles, though we make fun of it all the time. My big thing, and you all know this about me, I lose my ship all the time. So my next comment is usually, hey, where's my ship? To the point where I swear I'm going to get a t-shirt made of it. There's another building.
Radiation protection falling.
It's abandoned as well. And the more I think about the abandoned building and the abandoned system, I think you're right. I think there was a rule about that, and we talked about it and discovered that, oh yeah, look at that. So we have to be careful of that. Graves have shorter range on the scanner, right? You can usually pick up a grave on your visor within about 850 to 900 units away. And on your ship, though, you got to be like flying right over it. You have to be really close. I don't know what it is about that. I think personally it's a glitch, but... and has always been there, so there's that. So one could say it's not really a glitch like I used my argument earlier. Let's go to another buried cache and just keep going.
Technology recharge.
There we go. Grab some sodium while you fly over.
Falling.
There, about 900 U is. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was about 900. Nighttime's a blessing on this planet. You can pick up everything a little bit easier. Or see everything, I should say. Okay, get some nanites out of that. Alright. Let's grab damaged machinery again. I can't believe that of all the damaged machinery I have found, I haven't found one of the radiation protection units. I mean, it doesn't even have to... I'm not asking for an S-class one. Even a C-class one at this point would be helpful. But... nada. Nil. Squat. Zip. Zilch. Alright, let's see. Let's take another look around. Okay. Hey, Trainwreck, what's going on, dude? How you doing? Dude, where's my car? Yeah, that's where I get it from. How you doing, man? Damaged machine can only drop A or S class. I didn't know that. You know, I'm doing alright. I'm doing. Had a nasty headache earlier. Thanks for asking, though. Appreciate it. Had a nasty headache earlier, but for some reason it went away. It went away with the nightfall, as it sometimes happens. I wonder if that means anything. Pretty sure I'm not on my period or anything like that. Anyway, let's keep going. How'd the Arc Raiders go? Did you guys have some fun? Yeah, you had a crazy time today with the boys? Yeah, I was watching for a little while. I didn't get a chance to comment too much. That was during my headache session. I just wanted to hover for a little while and support the cause, if you will. So yeah, we had... I saw you guys are having a great old time. That's good. That's good. Not as much PvP today. Well, some of the PvPers let you alone for a little while. Your menstrual Paul? No. Hey. Building. Yeah, yeah. Paul's always been that way. Ask the wife. Hello. Hang on. Yeah, okay. We're all set. Get some more of you.
Radiation protection falling.
Yes, dear, I know it is. Oh, it's treating me all right, dude. Appreciate you. That's Trainwreck over on the Twitch side, guys, just so you know. A-Train, as a lot of folks call him. Yeah, no, it's treating me pretty good. I'm having a good time with it. I've been playing a little bit of, Fallout. I'm tempted on digging into Icarus. I did buy it the other day when it was on sale. So it's a contemplation, if you will, as to whether I want to lose myself in it for a while. Because I watched Bob play, and I'm like... I've even seen you play it too. I've seen you playing Icarus as well as Gek, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that because I can see myself getting sucked into that one. But it looks like a lot of fun, so. Yeah, it does look challenging, but it looks like it could be a lot of fun, you know? So. But I'm one of those gamers, I could play just about any game out there and love it. You know, I don't care what you throw at it. Palia drew me in for a little while. I'll probably return to that again one day. Stardew Valley, things like that. And then, you know, then there's Fallout. And you jump over to Fallout and people are like, wait, what? You went from Palia to Fallout? How did that work out? Yeah, well, you know, Fallout 4 could be a lot of fun. I love the building in Fallout 4. I think it's hilarious. Defending the villages and stuff like that. But it is what it is, you know. Time to sink in for sure. It's a time sink for sure, but if you do hop on Bob's community server and make some shenanigans, yeah. Like we're doing right now over on the Dune server. I haven't been on there in a hot minute, and I'm very grateful to Fet Cypher for, you know, keeping an eye on my base and make sure it's charged and stuff like that. I jump on there every now and then, but I need to jump on a little more often. Okay, so this is our next location. I think we know what you are. Alright. Think we'll make a turn, right-hand turn, head to the south. Yeah, he's a great dude. Great dude. Do miss us on Arrakis? Yeah, I know. I gotta head over there, MJ. I know. I get caught up in other games for a little while, and I do have other things going on, which is why my weekends are spent. And not to mention the fact that we did the Bounty Hunter run that I come with on Mondays, so I've completed that, finally. Loved the heck out of it, and thinking about doing it on my own just for the heck of it anyway. Just because it was that much fun. I mean, gotta give Beebs a hand on that one. Our big, if you will, a round of applause, because... It's a great challenge. It really, really was. And had a lot of fun with it, so. That's the abandoned building I found earlier. So, yeah, that was really cool stuff. It's good to have a minion take care of the little things. Well, yeah, but, you know, honestly, I can't rely on them to do everything. I've got to do some stuff myself, too. So. Alright. I'm thinking it may be time to get the ship and do some flyovers and see if I can find anything at night. Because I'm not finding anything. You'd think I would have found a grave by now, but I haven't found one, so. Alright, let's bring it in. Another building. If this isn't what I'm looking for, then let's go ahead and pull in the ship and take a look around. Yeah, I know, it's been so long without a grave. And you'll go through some dry spells. You know, I've seen Jason do it as well, dry spells and trying to find an unmarked grave, but it is what it is. There we go, okay. Yeah, just a building, okay. Let's pick up some stuff here. Thedium Minion, he's too good for that, I agree. This is where we discover you forgot to recharge the launch thrusters. No, I did. I checked them. They were at 100% when I left. I don't think I've done that in a long time, but it does happen. And if it does happen, you know what you do? You pull in one of your other ships, since you have them. So, it's not cheating. I got other ships I can pull in. And then you can fly over to it or pull it in later. Underwater protection. Thank God I've got underwater protection now. That's exactly what I've been looking for the whole time. Let's take a look around and see if there's anything to see besides my ship in the distance. Okay, I'm gonna think no. Unknown building at 529. I didn't see that one, did I? Did I see that one already? Alright. Here, hold on. Let's pull it in anyway. Really used it in the desert. Yeah. Tell you what. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Yeah. Want to come for a ride? Come on board. No, I wasn't interested in that. Thank you. Alright, so this is just a shelter, it looks like, right? Alright. So let's go and follow the road, shall we? Now that heads back to our starting point over there, so we know we'd be following in different directions. But let's take a fly over this way. You know, it'd be great is if we can find... Okay, that must have been a ship that was flying around. I don't think that's a crashed ship that I'm looking at on the radar. Okay, anyway, keep going. I can go deep diving. Yes, it is so cool, Dimitro. Tongue-in-cheek, not offensive. Of course not. Hey, look, an archive. Ooh, an archive. An archive. How interesting. Really useful, doesn't it? Tongue-in-cheek. Okay, so what we're looking for, since this is an archive, let's look for a crashed ship. As we know, crashed ships love archives. So let's circle around and see if we happen to find one. And we'll keep an eye open on the radar for a grave as well. Pretty sure I don't have anything, but you go ahead and scan away. Thank you. Appreciate you. Glad I'm clear to proceed. Another building. Lots of buildings usually around archives, but we were hoping for a crashed ship that might have been on the ground nearby, but I don't see anything. Doesn't happen all the time, but sometimes it does. And those are just ships flying in, I believe. Yeah, I can see them. See their trails. Okay. Alright, let's keep heading east for a little bit. Take a look around. Because some crashed ships would be very handy right about now, too. Double Taps in the house. Good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. It's over on the YouTube side, folks, in case you're wondering. Alrighty. Another building, right? Sure enough. Shelter. Okay. Another archive. Yeah, I think we remembered that about this planet, didn't we? Is that the archives were pretty close by each other for some odd reason. Hello, what's that? That's a ship in the distance? Ah, crap. And I guess this is another ship in the distance? Yes. Alright, well, let's open. And a whole bunch of ships. Ah! Wait, what's that? That's just broken machinery, okay. Alright, we're too close to it. Let's get out a little ways. Alright, let's head over here. A little too close again. Let's move out a little bit. Okay. Circling. Circling like a vulture. Hey, look, an unknown building just appeared before me. It's probably nothing special. It's a Sentinel Hive. Wasn't that special? This is worth taking a moment. Where are we in relation to it? Okay. There we go. And in case you guys are wondering, this is what the stairwell was for some of you who aren't familiar with these. It just gets me out of the ship a little quicker. Yeah, I missed my bullseye for once. Let's see what kind of multi-tool they got. Because this is the one place we can go. Actually, you know, that's not too shabby. That's pretty good. It's an A-class. We've got a supercharged slot down here that's still wide open. Nothing around it that we can do anything with. And we got our advanced mining laser. Isn't that sweet? And a scatter blaster and a bolt caster. And that, which doesn't really care. And this is a piece of crap. So, but anyway, that's still good. And we can take it for free. Booyah. Well, we found something that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and shut these guys down, shall we?
Radiation protection falling.
Done. And log out. Alright, so what do we got? Let's see. Multi-tool. So I'm going to pull this out.
Radiation protection falling.
Scatter Blaster's pretty powerful. I think I'd rather have that. And the rest of the stuff that's in here isn't really... 6% mining speed. I've already got better upgrades in my multi-tool to begin with, so... Yeah, let's switch over. Well, hello there. Who is that? Well, Trainwreck, thank you so much for following. Appreciate you, my friend. How was I not following? I don't know. It's been a hot minute since you've actually watched me over here, man. So, nah, don't worry about it, dude. It's all good. Alright, so Scatter Blaster. We don't have to do that anymore. Let's do this. I'll bring you all over here. There. And we'll put that there. That increases the damage potential exponentially, if you will. And we'll add in the mining laser. And now we can get a Sentinel ship. So that's actually a really good find. Yeah, that's pretty good. I need to make a little bit more ammunition, though. And I got plenty of ferrite to do that with. Where are you? Okay, let's put it down here. There. Let's see. I have no idea what that gave me. Gave me pugnium. I'm just overjoyed. Takes a while to reload, but that's okay. It's a much more powerful weapon. Sometimes it wants to jam on shooting. Alright, where is that other combat supply? That's it. More glass. Hey, look, we got a trader for once. You mock me. Now, did he appear? That's the thing. He might be underground. Look for feet. He could be underneath. Anybody? I don't see him. Do you? Yeah. Oh well. I don't see the pilot anywhere. He must have appeared somewhere else. Poor guy. Just for a moment. Alright, let's see what we got. I got two quantum computers.
Technology recharge.
I'll get rid of that. We got plenty of that. Okay, good. Wow, we got a lot of oxygen. I didn't realize that. What are you guys doing over here? Okay. Alright. What did I miss? Lucky trader? Yeah, really. Except that I'm not so lucky because he didn't appear. So it is. Looks like somebody found your starter ship. Yeah, that's what it kind of looked like, didn't it? Yeah. Hey, give that back! That's my ship!
Radiation protection. Stable.
Sometimes Twitch will unfollow for some reason. Well, that happens on YouTube as well. I found that as well. So, blasphemy. Oh. Blasphemy. Okay, anyway. Let's see. So we're in pretty good shape. How's the ship doing? Okay. Pyrite, uranium. Alright. Let's move some stuff over. I don't need this. We're going to sell it at first opportunity, but I don't know when. Having the quantum computers is handy. We will sell that. Alright. There. That should do. Very lucky. So we can get our sentinel ship. That's one thing we can do now. And there should be some flying ships overhead. There they are. Yep. Alright, so I think that was a good find. But never did find a crashed ship. Where's the archive at? I don't even see it anymore. Alright, which way? We were headed east originally. There's the archive. So let's head back to the east and head on our merry little way. What time we got? Okay. I think we should be getting a sentinel ship next. I think that's going to be our next thing before we end our segment here, because we can't go through the center of the galaxy without a sentinel ship. We've already found one that would be very useful to us. And we can move everything over to it later. But we'll continue to use the Corvette for our searches, if you will. I'm just going to follow the dry riverbeds. I'm curious about that. Because I've noticed when we were doing our runs with the, was it Remnant? Was it? A lot of campsites ended up in the dry riverbed or next to it. So I'm curious as to whether this will turn up anything for us. Yeah, see, like right here, normally there might be a campsite right there. Strangely enough, there wasn't. So I'm just curious as to whether it shows anything, and then we'll head out of here. Whoa. Boy, this is one long dry riverbed, man. I think it circles around on itself. It's like Beggar's Canyon back home. All I need is a womp rat to pop out of existence. Haven't seen anything yet. Alright, some of the dry riverbeds I've seen on that other planet, they were gone within a couple minutes. This is ridiculous. The longest dry riverbed ever. Well, maybe this wasn't such a bright idea. Maybe we should head out of here. Anyway. If I keep looking over at the chat, I'm going to miss something. I know I am. Oh, that was a little glitch in the matrix there. Useful in the remnant. That's what remnant expedition. Correct. All right. Well, and you notice nobody ever did that. They all claimed they were going to do another run. They were going to do another speed run. They never did. I still think that 113 could have been beat, but nobody wanted to give it a shot. I was kind of surprised by it. I had a lot of fun. It was good times, you know, especially with the gang here and everything like that. We had a good time. Industrial waste along them. Yeah, that's the whole thing. A lot of industrial. The whole planet is coated in them. All right. I think we're done with this planet. I do like it. This is a great planet to wander around and pick up stuff, but I think we're done here. Let's go ahead and head out. Kind of going to be a waste of time because of the fact that we wasted turning off all the sentinels, if you will. Whoop, careful. Hi, cat. My cat's inside. How much playtime have you got on No Man's Sky? I am Brandalorian. Good, nice name, by the way. About 5,000 hours so far into it. About 7 years since 2019 I've been playing. So it doesn't seem like much over on the Twitch side, but on YouTube's where I've been streaming. So appreciate it. Thank you very much for the follow. 07 to you, man. All right, I think we're done with this planet. Let's go find ourselves our sentinel ship, shall we? We can always come back. So, where's our planet? There you are. Right? Come on now. We'll get it. Hold on. There it is. Got it. All right. So we found a nice, cool-looking ship here. Oh, we stay engaged by doing different things. I mean, they come out with their expeditions every now and then, which is always a good thing. So that's number one. Where's ship? I gotta find the ship now. Hold on. Down here. Hang on just a second for me. Oh, wait a minute. I know why I can't see it. Hold on. There. And there you are. Okay, that's where we're headed. So the expeditions keep us engaged, and the game is what you make it. You know, if you like fishing, if you like building, you can do all kinds of neat stuff with all that. I create bases, discover new worlds. I do a lot of flying around and checking things out, new systems. In just a few weeks' time, we're going to be doing a 12-hour stream in which we're going to be doing galaxy hopping. So we're going to start to see how many galaxies we can hit in a 12-hour period. So getting to the center of the galaxy, jumping through, knowing the portal glyphs, you have to find another portal, get the glyphs, go to this closest planet, etc., etc., etc. See how many we can hit. With 256 galaxies, man, you know, there's a lot to discover. Always finding new things. 315 titles. I don't know how many titles I've got. I got most of them. But then they come out with new ones, so then that becomes a little bit of a hard thing to do. Alright, let's bring it in. About the staff? Are you talking about the staff that you can hold, or about the staff as in people at Hello Games? Gotta ask which one you're talking about. Alright, come on, you can do it. All right. But I can stay engaged in this game all the time. It's my go-to game. It's a comfort game. I don't know what else you want to call it. Radiant Shard. Finally. That, I think, is just Atlantidium, I think. Yeah. More Radiant Shards over here. Oh, okay, I guess we're going down. We need at least, I think, 3, but we'll need more. We'll need a 4th to recharge the hyperdrive, and it's always good to carry a few extras, of course. Yeah, you always use some carbon. Hey, let's grab that too. Let's see. Okay, let's head back to the ship. We should be able to get it now. Did we hit this thing behind it already? Yeah, we did. Okay. So we got a swing wing here. It's not the treads like I usually like, but it's still nice. Nice little ship. And the brain. And you open that up. Well, antimatter, that's always handy. Okay, so we just need to do the brain. Let me get in my ship first. Because if you do it outside the ship, it'll do the big pullback, and we don't need that right now. You move, for example, the staff you can hold on to, got it. If you move, for example, a little bit to the left or the right or further or closer or up, it changes the class and color of the staff. So where you stand in front of the terminal when you're building it, it does that? I had no clue. That's a new one on me. Wow. Okay, that's neat. I'm going to be working on that. Let's see how close I get. Sorry. Not bad. There's my my beam up unit. Okay, present the brain. Get a hot brain back in return. Okay, good deal. Anything I can take rid of over here? Okay, good. We go. Okay, back to the ship. Here to use a video about it. Oh, really? And yeah, he's one of the ones that I follow on a regular basis, too. He's got some great advice on his channel. Over on YouTube, Hero2U. Yep. Same parts, I was getting a blue staff, then moved and got an orange staff. Oh, that's just crazy. That's good to know. The magic staff. Daylight comes early to this place, apparently. Okay, let's just jump out the back this time since it's open. Alright. So it's just a C-class, but it is going to be the first ship that we can get. This one isn't too shabby. It's got a pretty decent storage and enough technology opened up that we should be alright. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this one now, for now, and we'll work on getting other things later. Let's take it on a test spin, too. So, not bad. Not bad. Good amount of view. So yeah, decent looking ship. So yeah, I like this. This will work out just fine. And my ship is over here. Right? Yep, there it is. I'm curious. I'm going to try something. Hey, Richie. Good to see you, man. I don't think it's supposed to be possible. Hold on, hold on. We got to do it right. You know this. Let's make sure we can land properly, okay? I didn't think that was going to work, I'll be honest. There we go. Close enough. Now, it will stay there. You can see it's already sliding off, right? Guys, you see this? So, it's not going to stay. Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Whoops. Well, I have enough jet juice to get up there. Let's see. Yeah, we can do it. And there we are. I think deserves a little bit of a picture, huh? So, Not bad. And I'll get a screenshot of it later, no big deal. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. It's terrible that the clouds have come in and everything like that, but let's do it one more time, see if we can get it. I'm stuck. Hold on. Come on, go. It's jittery. It's got that little glitch thing going on. May not want me to do it now. It says it's not clear. There we go. More screenshots. We'll call it piggyback. That's too funny. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. Let me get out of the ship. And you know, you got to get a pose in or something like that. This is just fun. This is why, you know, you ask what keeps me entertained in this game. Here it is. This is where the entertainment comes, okay? All right. So there you are. It would be great if it could stay, you know, and we've tried this with like Exocraft as well and everything like that, and it never works out. Hey, get back up there. Get up there. Nobody told you could leave. There you go. All right. So anyway, we're not going to really take the take this yet. I could probably look for an A-class one, but all I really need is I just need it so I can get through the center of the galaxy. We're probably going to be using our Corvette for the most part, but this thing is going to have a hyperdrive range that's going to be unchallenged, so it might be worth using it. I don't know. We'll see. I have to think about it. Aircraft carrier Corvette, indeed. If I could only do that. If I could only do that. So. If it would stay, if one glitches a landing pad onto the Corvette, Angus, you're going to have to try that. I don't think you can. A lot of people have tried doing it, but they've tightened down a lot of the glitch building. And even Beeblebum put out a nice little video about that, saying that a lot of the glitches are done. So you can't do a lot of them anymore. So, fell down to death. Yeah, yeah, you pull a little Bugs Bunny or a Wile E. Coyote, if you will. Hey, the storm's clearing. Can I go up the ladder? I can. So what we can do is we can do this and get a different pose. You know what? We can do that. How about that? So we'll do a... There we go. Get some better lighting. Maybe over here. That looks a little better. Okay. Yeah, too bad it doesn't stay that way. Alright, so we'll go back to the Corvette for now. Alright, and we'll leave that one in midair, because that's what we can do. That's hilarious. Now, what I'd like to do is I'd love to find... I don't think there's anything more to find here, to be honest with you. We could find some crashed ships and stuff like that on occasion. Hey, what do you know? It's a scrapyard. Yeah, look at that. Anyway. Which is over... Yeah, I know. There are mods you can use these days too, guys, but, you know, honestly, is it worth it? I don't know. Be great to find another ship right around this archive that we have here, wouldn't it? Yeah, we got some ships flying around, it looks like, yep. Unfortunately. Kind of hard to separate them out, but I just wanted to circle around this one too, just in case. Unless that sentinel ship was the crashed ship. I don't know. But anyway. I'm going to have to say goodnight. I have some things to do. Church over the next few days. Thank you for an amazing stream and happy... Oh, well, thank you very much. And you too as well, dear. Thank you very much for being here and being with us all. Thank you so much. And we will see you next time, MJ. Appreciate you. Hope everything goes smooth over the weekend for you, dear. It's Passover for us tomorrow night, too, so we got a lot to do as well. All right. I'd say there's nothing here. Okay. So finding ourselves another ship would be pretty cool, but we're just going to be finding, and we've already got our advanced mining laser, so we really don't need to do anything else but find. What do you call it? Graves at this point, and that's about it. Started your first derelict freighter? 4 hours later. I'm in the Hilbert dimension. Yep, Hilbert. You chose Hilbert, did you? That's number 2, Galaxy number 2. Congratulations. Oops. Don't want to crash into anything. All right. What I'd like to do is I'd love to get a little bit more stuff, like one of those guys down there. Yeah, hang on a second here. Let's move over here. You know the great part about having a Corvette, by the way? See that guy down there? See, I could shoot him, but the problem is... they will heal him before I can fix him. So... I'm hitting the side of my ship, I think. Let me go over here, see if it helps any. No, hitting the side of the ship still. Can't quite hit him. So if we fight this guy, he's going to be hitting us up pretty hard. There we go. Let me see. It's worth a shot. We recharged. All right, let's jump over here. Okay. Yeah, another one came. Whoops. Gotta be careful with them. I know my radiation protection's falling, dear. And the little guys that are on the ground over there, they will just shoot you mercilessly. They're actually more dangerous sometimes than the others, see? And then they do their suicide runs, which makes them even harder. And they have good aim, unfortunately. There we go. Best thing to do, and just stay up here. Just hang out for a little while. Now the flyers will try to find you still, and if that's the case, just fly away a little bit. They're going to try to send sentinel ships after you, like this. Just go a little ways away and get out of your seat, and then just let the countdown get down to 0, and you're done. Quick way to get rid of them. So that worked out nicely. Got a couple extra hearts out of it, so that was good. Always good to do that. It depends upon, as far as VATS, it depends upon as far as dimensions are concerned. And Starstreamer VR, Starstream VR, appreciate you. Thank you. 07 to you. If you did the storyline, you get to a point in one of the storylines where you get to choose which galaxy you can go to, and it gives you 4 choices. So you get to choose the one you want to go to. Whereas in the main storyline, it sometimes just sends you on to number 2 automatically. So depends on how it goes. But either way, you know, there's plenty of galaxies to go from. The next best one is galaxy number 10, which is the mine just went completely blank. I call it old. Really wish you'd close your back hatch. Hey, I said close the back hatch. Thank you. Eisentum. And you're all trying to type it in right now. It's the Eisentum Galaxy. So that one's always a better one because it's also a Paradise Galaxy. You find Paradise planets a little more often over there. No worries, I play endgame myself. That's the first time I've seen someone farm the Sentinels that way. Which way? I am always farming Sentinels. Sentinels and me, we don't get along very well, so I'm always up for a challenge against Sentinels, even though I'm in permadeath mode right now. I still will fight them on occasion, because with the scatter blaster it comes in handy, and I got myself a couple of extra crystallized hearts, which means we might be able to do some stuff over here, right? There we go. I forgot about that. I could have used a third one. We got radiant shards. I can open up all this thing if I wanted to. Oh well, it is what it is for now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start wrapping it up, guys. We've got about 10 minutes. Let's go find another system and another planet. You farm pirate systems? Oh, I tell you what. I'm doing the Fugitive challenge right now, so I got to be careful of that. But yeah, like there's a pirate system right here, which I have not been to, and it's highlighting it for me. Isn't that nice? You know what it is, though? That's not a pirate system. That is the signal echo for the Rebel, was it under a Rebel Star? I think it is. So we just got to stay away from that. We're not trying to do the storyline here. But I want to find another system that has some moons that I can wander around on. There we go. Let's see. Let's go over here. No. Here. No. Smaller system, plenty of moons. See, that actually looks pretty good. I see at least one. Actually, I think that planet has 2. So let's head over there. It's a Korvax system. Me and a group of my friends are building an empire. Sorry. There should be some evil laugh in there somewhere. Well, a good sentinel is a dead sentinel. Indeed, Vats. Thank you very much for that. Hey, Scott Rinse Repeat over on the other side. Appreciate you being there. Deborah Hallen, good to have you as well on the YouTube side. Thank you very much. And Richie, oh well, I hope everyone has a lovely night and have a great weekend. Oh, appreciate it. Thank you very much, Richie. Thanks for swinging by the way. I got a little bit occupied there. So, I have the neutron cannon on a Sentinel multi-tool in supercharged slot. That thing is a beast. Indeed it is, Angus. Absolutely. So, yeah, you put that in a supercharged slot, it's pretty much, that's the end of it all. Alright, let's get these. I like the settlements and fleet system a bit. See, that's the thing. There's another one. Another one, the person who likes settlements and doing things with that. That's fantastic. You do you. I really had a lot of fun creating a farming village at one point, too. Hey, look, a rotting moon. Activated copper, though. That means bad storms. Okay, what are you? Rocky. And where's Bullwinkle at? Let's see. I think that's it over here. So we got 3 over here, and there's one more planet beyond this guy over here. The rotting planet would have been perfectly fine if it wasn't activated copper, which kind of sucks. It just means that the storm's going to be nasty and it'll be killing me over there. Boggy planet, vile brew detected, copper, fecium, silver. That's not too shabby. We can handle that. But it's a planet. That's not really what I was looking for. All right, let's go one more. See Vy'keen system, maybe? That's way out there. 2 planets. Only. No waiting. 6 planets. We want moons. That's what we want. We want moons. Could be a moon in there, but I don't see it. 3 planets only. Another dissonant, but we visited that one already? I didn't know that. Okay. Nope. Seems like I've run out of systems to visit. No moon. I want one with a moon, please. There's a moon there. Another Korvax system, 1 planet with 1 moon. A bunch of smaller planets. Let's take a look. Can't hurt. I have a farm base so big, game cults. Yeah, I used to do that. I used to have these big, huge farming bases that literally things would start chugging when I approached them. All these domes everywhere, plants all the way inside. It was crazy. But I really appreciate people that do that. It's really creative geniuses. The same people like yourself do the Corvettes and stuff like that too, and they do these crazy, crazy stuff. Like the one that Sean posted the other day that looked like a train engine. Unbelievable. What are you? Decaying, okay, and it looks like this one has the moon to it and another planet beyond it. Let's go around this side. Take a look. 3 Corvettes, yeah. I've got 4 main saves now, and each of them has a Corvette now. Multiple Corvettes. I got a flying pancake. I like the ones that can settle straight onto the ground. That's always a lot of fun. Desolate planet. Interesting. Okay, let's go over here. 1 heavy dropship. I made a brick. A big, huge red brick with 3 holes in the top of it, so I'm proud of my brick. I also made the Winnebago from Spaceballs. That was a fun one. That was a fun one to do. Alright, so these moons don't have a whole lot going for them. This planet is actually not a bad planet. I think this will be a good system to do this in. So let's go ahead and jet over here in between. Metallic moon. I don't know if I'm really keen about that one, but this planet out here, that might be worth checking out for graves and stuff like that. So unfortunately we came up graveless in this run, but that's what we were really aiming for, and it didn't work out the way I wanted. So it is what it is. Alright. So, you guys aren't... No, that's just my stream over here. Okay. Alrighty, so let me do this. Let me hit... Nope, wrong button. There we go. So we got a save point now. And we can come back and check it all out later. Let's see where we are in the save, by the way. So we're about 10.5 hours into this run now. I really need to rename it one of these days. So, and Bounty Hunter run, like I said, this is going to be the final time for it, so you're getting a sneak preview of that. That's every Monday on YouTube. Check it out. And this is my current main save that I'm using right now. I've got about 80 hours in. The secondary one has about 450, and the Worlds 2 has about 200 in it. This is probably my other main save that I use regularly. And then the first one that I have from several years ago, it's gone dormant, even though it says I've checked it not too long ago. I haven't played on it in a long time. So anyway, that's where we are with all that. So 10.5 hours so far into this run. I think as long as we can get a few more, I'd like to get to at least 5 glyphs. I think 5 is not asking for too much, but I would love to hit 8 just because. 3 more Bounty Hunter episodes. Oh, no. It's a total of 9 episodes, Swarf. 9 episodes on the Bounty Hunter run it took. But I'm not going to give anything away. It was a great run. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun doing, because we have to get all the ships. I didn't realize that. So you're going to see an episode where we're just doing ship hunting at that point to get my shuttle again, to get another, to get a fighter, things like that. We have to get all those ships. So it's going to take some time. Check it out. You'll see. You'll see. You Make Me Happy 6 more. Yeah, it'll run through the beginning, like the third Monday in May. Hopefully right before the next update to No Man's Sky is what I'm hoping for. Cross fingers. We'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and get over to the end screen here. Here we go. Okay, good deal. Let me think. That's going to run to that point. I don't know if I'm going to start something up right then, but on the 25th of April, we've hit 3,000 subscribers over on YouTube. So we're having a celebration on that on the 25th of April, Saturday. It'll be from 8 a.m. Eastern Time through 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And so far, it looks like we're going to be doing galaxy hopping. That's what we're going to do. So I'll grab one of my saves, and we'll just start galaxy hopping, Galaxy 2, 3, 4, and we'll see how many galaxies we can get through in one episode, one 12-hour run, if you will. So that'll be some fun. So appreciate you. We'll do dual streaming again. We'll have it on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, we'll have some fun there. So let's check out. I gotta pull up my browser real quick. Appreciate all the subs, guys, over especially on the Twitch side of things. You guys are fantastic over there. Thank you very much. We got to check out who's playing over there right now. Maybe we can raid somebody. Raid channel. Good deal. Yeah, I got a bunch of follows. I appreciate that. We're up to 402 followers over there on the Twitch side. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let me open up one more. Channel after channel after channel. And I do want to see if anyone is playing some No Man's Sky right now. Okay, I got to appreciate a stream that says totally normal stream, nothing weird happening over here. You got to love that. Let me see what we got over here. It's a nice looking ship she's playing with. Let's go ahead and raid a new one. If she has it available to do so, let me see if I can do this real quick here. Hold on a second. Yeah, it's such a pain in the neck. Twitch is actually pretty good about raiding channels, so that's not a problem. And I know we don't have very many folks over here, but every little bit counts, guys. So let's go ahead and raid. Totally normal stream. Looks like intended for certain audiences, so you got to be careful. So be careful on that, folks. So that's fine. And there we go. Okay, and I'll just mute the channel real quick so that we're not picking it up on mine. And then we'll go ahead and start the raid over there in just a couple minutes. And on the YouTube side, and that takes a whole lot of doing, you all know how that works. I got to go like 12 different screens to get to where we need to in order to get to the point where I can say, hey, let's redirect. All right, here we go. Let's see. Is anyone out there playing right now? Yeah. Shut up. Let's see. Really? He's playing tonight? All right, let's go ahead and raid my normal dude over there. That's Delta1246 doing a little bit of stuff over in Elite Dangerous. So if you like spacefaring games, it's actually a pretty cool game, and he's been doing it for quite a while. So we're going to do a raid and run on that one, and then we're going to go ahead and do a full-out raid on the other channel on Kiva. Kaomi is the name of the content creator over there, and I'm hoping it does say English, I hope, because otherwise that's going to be a problem. Yeah, she's from Texas. Hopefully she's English. So let's check it all out. Guys, again, thank you for watching, and we will see you again next week, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time. Take care, everybody, and have a great and wonderful evening, and we'll see you then. And starting raid over there, and we'll start a raid over here. All right, guys, take care.